Hello everybody, this is Chaos with NoDiceGaming and Chaos Esports Productions bringing you game number 6 of tonight's Clan War. We have Miraculous Gaming going up against NoDiceGaming, and ImbaNoob's doing very well. So, let's go ahead and introduce our players spawning in the southern portion here on Polar Night Ladder Edition. It is going to be NoDiceGaming's Clockwork.
And in the upper part of Polar Night, we have ImbaNoob. He is unstoppable right now. For Miraculous Gaming, ImbaNoob.
Okay, so ZVZ Polar Night. Now it looks like ImbaNoob started out with the 9 pool when he first got into here, and Clockwork says, well, let's see if you can deal with it too, sir.
We'll have to see a little bit of early aggression coming in, and I'm not quite sure ImbaNoob, I forget in the last ZVZ he did. I don't think he did the 9 pool, so I don't think we've seen what his regular ZVZ build is. But we'll have to take a look here, because if he goes hatch first, that can be a little bit rough.
Yeah, he's going to go ahead and plant down his spawning pool. Definitely going to be way behind his opponents. Obviously, the spawning pool for Clockwork's going to finish up here in the next 4 seconds, and his spawning pool is going to have about 20-ish plus seconds left, so or 40-ish seconds.
Oh, and ImbaNoob throwing out a little bit of manner, saying, hey, I'm Diamond, because there was some discussion in the chat about that. So, a little bit, I don't know if you want to call it BM necessarily, but a little jab here and there.
It's okay, because Clockwork's gold. Literally.
Oh, not bad. So, the link streaming across, and ImbaNoob knows, so we'll have to see how he chooses to respond.
Yeah, so, it really will boil down to a cancel on the natural, I think. If Clockwork can actually get the cancel, I think he'll be in good shape. But if he doesn't...
And it looks like 8 lings is all he's committing, and ImbaNoob is making an equal amount, so it's going to depend on Micro here. And some drones here. I don't think he's going to get the cancel, though. It's going to be really close here, Chaos. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, lots of back and forth. Now, we are, he is losing a lot of mining time from this. Not really going to be able to recoup that. I'm not sure what he's doing with the drones exactly. He's, preparing them to be, insta-minerals.
I think it was just as a double check to make sure that if, Clockwork decided that he really wanted to fight, that he could get, a little bit extra damage in there and make sure that he lived. Slowlings, they don't take out drones particularly quickly, so it's pretty easy to micro them back.
Yeah, so Clockwork's going to get a handful more lings out himself as, I don't know, ImbaNoob, he's already across the map, and he's like, you know what, you did a little bit of harassment, I'm going to do some harassment myself, and it's going to turn into a very similar situation that we saw before. A couple more lings are going to move in here, and I think with this queen... ImbaNoob's going to go ahead and back out. Well, maybe he's he's thinking about it.
They have equal numbers at this point, and there's a queen, and obviously defender's advantage there for Clockwork, so probably not going to get a lot done, but both players is kind of droning up a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so one ling is actually going to go ahead and get into the main base and going to get a very nice scout off. It probably won't live to see another day, unfortunately, but... overall, I think it was well worth it. Come in, confirm that there's no extra gas, Baneling Nest isn't down, and, just feeling pretty good. Now, we do have speed already on the way, coming from Clockwork, while it looks like ImbaNoob's going to go ahead and go for 2 extractors, as well as getting 2 Avo chambers down, so definitely looking to play a little bit more on the upgrade-focused side.
Yeah, and we'll have to see if, I believe, did Clockwork scout that? Yeah, he's got that Overlord right there. So, he's going to see that, and it looks like he's going to go with a Baneling Nest. So, he may want to be a little bit more aggressive, as it does not look like ImbaNoob is shown any sign of going into heavy ling. So, you have to think that those Banelings are more on the aggression side, would you say?
Yep, I would agree fully. And now we do have a Roach Warren coming down. Very quick Roach Warren. I think this is kind of how he followed up to his ZVZ play in the last game. He had thrown it down. We didn't really ever get to a point where that played a significant role in any engagement, but he definitely likes his Roach Warren.
Yeah, absolutely. And it looks like speed now just started for ImbaNoob. So, Clockwork, if he can speed in there, oh, he's got some lings covering. Oh, but if he can get a Baneling to just go right in that hole real quick, that's going to be good news for him. And I like this. He's just sticking in there and fighting it. And I really like, oh, and all the lings get in.
And that is going to be a really big problem for ImbaNoob. Couple of Banelings coming in here, going to try and get as much damage done as possible. Banelings going off on drones, and they are
so
falling
many
left and right. And ImbaNoob, his supply is going down little by little. And yeah, looking at the units tab, 30 drones to 45. So roaches will now pop out, and actually it looks like Clockwork just wants to go straight back into the main, maybe get a couple more drone kills if necessary.
He wants to see. I don't think he really planned on salvaging these at all, but now he's going to see the Roach Warren researching as well, so Roach Tech is going to be the tech of choice, and he's going to go Spire to try to counter that.
An unknown toss has left the game. So, looks like we got some spine crawlers going down, as well as a Spire, so he is going to be looking to tech up to get maybe some... Ooh, Link's coming in. Gotta be very, very
I like
careful.
this. Clockwork is just like, all right, we'll spine crawler up. You know, if you're going to be going all in on this, I got a Spire coming. I just need to hold on. So 3 spine crawlers ought to do it. And once I get all my mutas up, your units will all be very, very sad.
Yeah, so ImbaNoob's trying to get himself into a decent enough position. We do have a couple Banelings, which will be very, very crucial if they get the appropriate connections. And actually, a couple Lings are going to get into the main here for Clockwork. And ImbaNoob's going to be put into a very, very tough pickle as a couple more drones will get picked off. Total of 18 drones so far.
Yeah, and right now, Clockwork's looking at 9 to 10 mutas coming out. And there are 9, maybe going to add on a 10th, and that pretty rough as we don't see any sort of answer coming out from ImbaNoob.
Yeah, I mean, the Hydra Den just finished up, and we've got 8 Hydras coming out for him. That might be just enough. It really just depends on whether or not he's going to be able to throw down those spore crawlers that he desperately will need.
Yeah, and the key is going to be positioning and where those are, because the Muta's a little bit better than Hydralisks in terms of, moving around the base and getting into good positions. Now, all those will be spawning in the main, but he's taking them down to the natural. So, if he goes right into the main, it's going to be good news, as now he does see. So, the Spore Crawler's going down. I don't think you should waste time on this Overlord. I think he needs to loop around to the main as quickly as possible. Looks like that is not going to be his course of action.
Yeah, so Clockwork's getting a very, very nice scout. Not sure why he's sending all of his Lings down to the lower left, or lower right, but just chilling out, doing their own thing.
Yeah, all right. They're having a little party in the corner there. No big deal. Meanwhile, Clockwork's got 4 Overlords, so certainly clearing up a little bit. And there is just this lone Ling sitting at the 4th, holding it down, letting everyone know, hey, guys, don't worry, I got this.
Yeah.
No big deal.
So a whole bunch of this could be really bad for those mutas. Got to be very, very careful not to let that Hydra get a couple volleys off. That would definitely not be good.
Well, I think if he wants, he can really abuse the positioning here because it's so slow to get those Hydralisks out. You know, if he can fly in there, hit a couple buildings, maybe retreat back just a little bit, because the Hydras have a little bit less of a range, but it's only by 2. So I mean that funnel there is about 2 hacks, so if he sits in the right spot, only really the front Hydra, and then they're so slow to come out, and the mutas are so fast. Sometimes you can really leverage things like that and get some really nice engagements. But meanwhile, he likes that everything's out in the open now. He's going to look to kind of burrow his way in there.
Yeah, so Baneling's coming in here trying to get as much damage done as possible. Lings blocking the Banelings from getting in. Baneling's going off, and all of those units are going to just absolutely die, and ImbaNoob is going to tap out.
Clockwork is the answer that NoDiceGaming needs.
Okay, so the question is can he continue, considering he is their last hope?